It is my honor to welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony of the 9th KIIT National Moot Court Competition 2023. This competition has been a phenomenal experience for all of us. I would like to start by congratulating all the participants for their excellent performance. Your hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence has been truly inspiring. I am confident that your experience in this competition has provided you with valuable skills and will serve you well in the future endeavors. Now, as we come towards the end of the 9th KIIT National Moot Court Competition 2023, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers of this competition. Without their tireless efforts and dedication, this event would not have been possible. I would like to express my appreciation for the tremendous work they have put in to make this competition a success and thank each and every person who has contributed to the success of this event. I would further like to thank the faculty convener of the Moot Court Society, KIIT School of Law, Professor Dr. Stitya Pragya Mohanty, for his immense support and guidance and for giving us the opportunity to put together this glorious event. After months of planning and preparations, the 9th National Moot Court Competition 2023 is finally wrapping up at its best. Now, to commence with the event, I would like to request the esteemed guests to go for the lighting of the lamp. Sirs, please. Now I request the students to felicitate the dignitaries. Professor Dr. Bhabani Prasad Panda, Director of KIIT School of Law. Now I would request Professor Dr. Bhabani Prasad Panda, Director of KIIT School of Law, to address the gathering.
Honorable Justice Indraprasan Mukherjee Saab, most respected our own advocates, former Advocate General S.P. Misra ji, good friends Ashish Goel, Advocate Supreme Court, teacher, senior most teacher of this university, and our teacher, Professor P.K. Sarkar, our Professor Ashok Kumar Srivastava, esteemed Dean of the Law School, Professor P.C. Mishra, senior colleagues, faculty members, student friends, participants, I take this opportunity to stand before you, first of all, to say a big thanks to the organizing team. The organizing team includes Stito Pragyo from the faculty and Pratit Naik. Please give them a big hand. It is for them and the whole of the organizing team this wonderful program could happen so judiciously. And my job is to welcome, but I fail if I don't really thank the organizing team. They have given me this opportunity to stand before you. Well, for the benefit of the guests, I must introduce our university. I humbly submit that this particular university is a dream come true of our honorable founder, Dr. Achyutanand Samant. The man who started the university in the year 1994-95 with hardly a sum of 5,000 rupees. Today it is probably more than 5,000 crores. Money is not the criteria. People earn money, but the type of human resource, the type of the human job, humanitarian job, art of giving, one must learn from this particular and noble person, Dr. Achyutanand Samant. He has created an institution. Well, whenever I look to the institution, 30,000 children, tribal children, studying under one particular roof, pro bono. It has been a Herculean task nowadays to give education properly to 2 children as a parent. But this particular institution is parenting for 30,000 children pro bono. Everything free, right from the elementary stage up to the research. That is something unique in the whole of the world. That is Dr. Achyutanand. He is our MP of Odisha also. He wanted to be present over here, but because of his preoccupations, he could not come. So, in his absentia, I must mention this. And we have also this particular program could be possible on a national level. Every year, the KIIT School of Law has been doing this particular program, National Moot Court Competition. And All India Bar Council, National Bar Council normally comes into as a partner. But this time, for the regions, we decided that we have to do ourselves. And this particular National Moot Court Competition has been done independently by the KIIT School of Law. And for this reason, for this particular monumentous budget, hosting so many people within 3 days program was possible because of a sumptuous budget that was given to us by our Honorable Vice Chancellor in absentia, Dr. Sasmita Samant. And she has been a very dynamic lady, steering this particular institution. She was earlier the mentor for this particular law school, and currently this particular she is the Vice Chancellor and she has been supporting us for this particular program. In absentia also, we have the support of our Pro-Vice Chancellor and also our Registrar. They are the functionaries who really support for every activities. Now with this particular introduction of this particular our staff, our patrons, I must submit the students of law school take lot of interest in studies. the discipline, the code of conduct, everything is, at least I say, of national standards. For that reason, probably today, we are standing as an apex figure along with other national universities in the apex stand of NIRF. And for a university law school started in the year 2007 to stand at the ladder up above, competing with many other national law universities far behind, is no easy task for a private university like ours. But this is a university, this is a law school where we have almost around 70 faculty members, and every particular student is being mentored by a teacher, like a parent, to take care of them, their examinations, their studies, their welfare, everything, and their parents may be lagging behind, but we never lag behind. Our teachers never fall behind. And this is the type of education this particular law school has been rendering. And as far as the classes and the course and the placement is concerned, again, this institution is something unique in the sense, most of the national law schools and other universities, they have the placement cells run by the students, but we don't want to waste our students' time in that. The university has been organizing regularly a placement situations, helping the students to get into their chosen fields, to get into a job and placement. So with this particular wonderful activities, we have our own LLM course, also PhD course, and the teachers and students are very active. With these particular few words, I welcome you all, and I welcome the team who have come over here. For you all, for us, you are all our gods, Atiti Deva Bhava. And we see a tiny God in each one of you to grow something wonderful tomorrow. And I'm sure our students and our faculty and our staff has not left any particular time and space behind to honor you and to make you feel comfortable during your stay over this particular competition. And I'm sure that you must have enjoyed our library, you must have enjoyed our moot courts hall and other particular situations, facilities, wherever you have gone. And I'm sure that you all will be going with a lot of friends from our school, and you will be ambassadors for our institution when you go out and tell to your friends, wow, what a wonderful university was seen. Please do come again and again. Please send your friends again and again to this university. With these particular words, I consider you as my own students. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. Please do come again.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. It was indeed inspiring to listen to you. Now I would like to call upon Professor P.K. Sarkar, Chairman, School of Law, KIIT deemed to be University. Sir, please.
Director of the schools, Professor Bhavani Prasad Panda, and the chief guest, that is Justice Indra Prasad Mukherjee, and also Judge, that is of the Kolkata High Court, and Ashish Goel, Advocate Supreme Court of India, and Mr. Surya Prasad Mishra, Senior Advocate, Odisha High Court, and Ashok Srivastav, my friend, Dean Prafullo Mishra, my colleagues, and all those participants who are present here. Actually, this is the 9th moot court, and for the last 9 years that I have seen how we have started the moot court and where now that we have reached so far as such things are concerned, because all of you have seen it. And this time, the topic that is selected for this moot court was very, very relevant. If you are seeing daily the news and other things that is reading, it is SEBI, and what is the role of a SEBI so far as that mutual fund and share market and everything is concerned, and the relevant cases that is there so far as the Adani is concerned, and the Supreme Court also very recently fixed so far as such things are concerned, and the topic is also very tough, and the argument that is also I have seen the argument, an argument that is also by the final, those who have done in the final is also very good and excellent, and they have referred the legislations, contract and all other thing, and our judges are there, definitely they will say, but it is of very high quality. And this time, just now, Professor Panda said that so far our prizes are also concerned, that is Professor Achyuta Samanto and Madam Sasmita Samanto, Vice Chancellor and Founder, they have made also very high, and KIIT so far is concerned, and it is gradually increasing. This time also, the registrar also wanted that from the coming time that we should make not only within the national level, but also within the international level, the neighboring countries should participate. We will discuss that is after this the end. So the others may be new, but Surya Mishra, who is there, he was from the very beginning Advocate General, and when this moot court started from the very beginning, so he was with us, and many speeches and many things, and how from the very beginning till today that he has seen the topics and things, all such things, and rather he has done also very good mentoring and also delivered lot of speeches so far as that teachers and the students are concerned there. And now just our Professor Panda was requesting, that is our chief guest today, that is Honorable Justice Indra Prasanna Mukherjee, to come not only for this but also deliver lecture and also coaching and teaching program to our students also in the future so far, and to see the KIIS and KIIT also traveling there very widely. So today, now he has no time, so that's a future program that we are also thinking of. And the students, those who have participated, apart from those who are in the final, so they have argued also very well, and I hope KIIT University, I hope and thank also that the KIIT University is also very thankful and grateful to them, and they must have appreciated that is the program that is going on in the KIITs and the facilities and all other thing that is here. So I now thank everybody that is who has participated and who is present and who has had such a program, even if the topic is little tough for the students, but the judges also commented, they have argued better than the lawyers that is so far, that is in the courts is concerned, that is in the SEBI court, isn't it? So thank you everybody for participating here.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Ashish Goyal, Advocate, Supreme Court of India. Sir, please.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. So, KIIT School of Law is a great institution, and it has produced some of the most outstanding lawyers that India has seen, and the alumni have been an asset to the bar and bench. This law school has been consistently organizing this national moot court competition. And I hope that this continues and the law school continues in this direction under the leadership of professors such as Professor Panda. Because this is a gathering of law students essentially, I just wanted to share a few things. So without commenting on the performances of individual law students, some of whom we've seen this afternoon, let me share some few general things. So in litigation, the law is important, but the lawyer is also important. So a lawyer is a person who is more than just someone who is skilled in the theory of law, right? So law schools teach you how to read law, but law schools don't necessarily teach you how to practice law. And the reading of the law is very different from the practice of law. Unfortunately or fortunately in India, we see this in Indian courts that, there's an undue and, very high emphasis and importance that is given to precedents and case laws. So for every proposition of law that, you have to argue in your client's favor, you have to support that proposition with some case law, right? Now, this emphasis on case law, I think, makes lawyers backward looking because you have your head tilted to the back. So essentially what you're doing is you're referring to a case that has happened, say, many, many years ago, and even many decades ago, right? But I believe lawyers should be forward looking. They should be giving direction to the law, and that can be done only by interpreting the law and, this process of interpretation and reinterpretation, right? So the starting point and the end point should always be the fine print of the law, the statute as enacted by the parliament. Sections and precedents are definitely important. Obviously, you have to know your law before you appear before a judge. But many a times in courts, you will see that you can actually get a favorable order by just remaining silent. So you have to also understand that it's important to know what to speak and when to speak, but it's also important to know when not to speak in a court of law. And this is where you have to exhibit your court craft, right? So the way you dress, the way you make submissions before the court, the way you address the judge, the way you address the court staff, the other side's lawyers. Are you making eye contact with the judges? Are you directly responding to the questions that the judges are putting to you? Or are you trying to dodge them strategically and, sometimes not so politely? Your patience levels, your responsiveness levels, your presence of mind, all of this, is very important. So I can go on and, but because we don't have time. So these are personality traits, right? These are individual personal characteristics that have very little to do with the theory of law. But these are things that are very important in the practice of law, which also you have to. So for instance, today we're discussing about corporate law. We're discussing about SEBI and all of that. But as a lawyer, you will be handling a lot of areas, several areas of law that have nothing to do with corporate law, for instance. So you have to develop, but the skills remain the same. Doesn't matter which law, which subject matter you're involved with dealing with, the skills remain the same. So if you try and build these skills, right? Finally, you have to also know the judge. So again, I mean, not in the negative sense of the word. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to be friends with the judge. I mean, that's great if you're friends with the judge, but you have to know the person, you have to know the judge as a person. So you have to know and understand, you have to try to understand, how that judge thinks. You have to read the judge's mind. And this is something that obviously you can better understand once you start visiting courts, and once, if you're regular in, say, a court, then you are you get used to the kind of questions that, a particular judge asks of a lawyer. But this is also very important, because this is how you can predict the line of questions that the judge is going to ask. And you can somehow control the proceedings in a matter, and you can also, to some extent, control the outcome of your matter. So I once again congratulate all of you. I mean, all the law students who've come from across the country, not just the finalists, but all the law students. I don't know if they're still here or they've left, but all of them, congratulations. In competitions, only one team wins. I mean, even in courts, we see that, one side wins and one side loses. But don't take this personally, as in this is not a reflection on your advocacy skills. So it depends upon a lot of other factors, including, including your luck, for instance, on that given day, or the mood of the judge, and all that. So don't take it too personally, but do sit and reflect. If you could have done something differently, and if doing something differently would have led to a different outcome. So I thank you once again to Professor Panda and KIIT Law School for inviting me and making me a part of this wonderful event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Surya Prasad Mishra, Senior Advocate, Orissa High Court. Sir, please.
Good evening. Honorable Justice I.P. Mukherjee, Judge, Calcutta High Court, Professor Dr. Bhavani Prasad Panda, Director, School of Law, KIIT, Mr. Ashish Goyal, Advocate, Supreme Court, my friend, Mr. Sarkar, Professor Sarkar, we are batchmates. Professor Srivastav, Vice Chairman of KLSMC KIIT. Professor Mishra is sitting there. A lot of faculty members are there. I do not individually name. Probably I do not know individual names. But my respect to all of them. Because of you, the students are here. I must express my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Achyuta Samant, the founder of this campus and everything. Though there is a lot of age gap, but we are very close to each other. At the outset, I would like to say that you are really fortunate. It's meant for the students. Really fortunate to have this wonderful university, maybe deemed university. and this wonderful auditorium to share in such a wonderful function, moot court competition. I heard the competition is going on since 3rd, 4th, and today is the last day. Lot of students participated, and they have become successful in their effort to establish themselves to be the future lawyers. This is a stepping stone to become a lawyer, how to argue a case in a court of law. But you are all fortunate who participated in the meeting, in this competition, to have Justice I.P. Mukherjee, except whom we do not know how to solve this problem. He is the only judge, in fact, heading the commercial bench, sir, in the last 2 years. He can understand the problem. So I could not understand the problem that was set. I couldn't understand the head and tail, what the people argued here. I was only watching them, their oratory power, their delivery power, the manner in which they answered the questions, the manner in which they meet the challenge that was made by the judges, and they know much better than I know on the subject. Telling you students, success and failure are part of the same profession. We lose many cases in the court. We win a lot. Same day, same court, my first case is dismissed, but the next case is admitted, stay granted. The spirit must be there, not to be disturbed with a failure. Even if you lose a case, lose a battle, don't get disheartened. Think, this is a testing time for me. I should come forward with a better case, prepare better, project myself better, so that I have got the competence and merit to do it. Friends, you are now the students of law college, students of the legal faculty. Tomorrow, some of you may be academicians, like your lecturers and professors, and like your dean, like the director. Some of you will go to practice in law, litigation. Some of you go to the corporate sector, join a company. Any avenue you choose, any field you choose, you must remember one thing. There is no short circuit to success. Hard work. You ask any of your teachers, ask any successful lawyer in the profession, ask anybody who has become a judge, either of the High Court or Supreme Court, or a person who is in judiciary in the trial court. They must have labored hard in their professional career to achieve something today where they are. There is one word, hard work. There is no substitute to that. You must possess one thing which cannot be taken away from you. That's the knowledge and wisdom. If you acquire knowledge, that is your own. You carry it till your last. Money you cannot carry. Nobody can give you, no friends can go with you. You cannot carry anything except your knowledge and wisdom. I use the word wisdom, the reason being, anything you do with your knowledge without a wisdom, without application of wisdom, knowledge is nothing. I'll add one thing more in that's called wit. So wit and wisdom with knowledge makes a person perfect. Try to accumulate that by reading not only the law subject, but read the autobiography of great lawyers, great judges, eminent personality of the society, freedom fighters, and the persons who have served the society. That will give you not only the law subject, knowledge on law, but also on the various aspects which you have to cite examples in a court of law, or give examples when you're delivering a speech in public, and to show that you are one of the person whose contribution to the society is definitely going to develop and reform the society. You are the future society reformers. Remember, your family members, your friends, your relatives, all looking at you, what will become tomorrow? What will be your contribution to the society? Because you are accountable to each one of them. You are accountable to God who has created you. You are accountable to your parents who have given birth a jewel like you. You are accountable to your friends with whom you share your feelings. You are accountable to yourself. When you go to bed in the night, think what you did in the morning and the whole day. Whether you have done something for the betterment of the society or you have helped somebody else. Those are the questions you must ask yourself, whether you would justify your existence, justify yourself as a student, justify yourself to be there, study law. When you join the profession, you'll also be accountable. You'll be accountable to the judges. You'll be accountable to the clients for whom actually you are fighting litigation. You are accountable to yourself, whether you have done justice to your client. Never treat this legal profession as a money-spinning industry. It's a service-oriented profession if you want to join litigation, even in corporate sector, even in judiciary. It's all service-oriented. Serve the society. The only other faculties there is doctors who serve the people. They serve the society. Similarly, lawyers are to serve the society and to do justice. Try your best. Never look at the failure. You must be knowing about a lot of senior lawyers in the Supreme Court, the Odisha High Court, Calcutta High Court, and in different high courts of the country. Each one of them who have succeeded in their life have followed those principles. The other aspect is believe in yourself. You must have confidence in yourself. Think that you can do. Remember, you can do. And you have to say, I can do. That confidence must be there. You should not be a backbencher. Sorry to say that I was a backbencher in my college days. Backbencher doesn't mean you sit at the back. Backbencher means always come forward with a cause. Help the people. Always be prompt to answer questions. meet the challenge. You should have the self-confidence that way. You can do it. The next question is identity. You should be like yourself. You should not follow anybody else. Don't follow your seniors. Sir must be knowing, Mr. I.P. Mukherjee must be knowing. So a lot of students, like juniors, when they become a little bit senior, they used to follow their senior, like keeping mustache like the senior, like doing some erratic act like his senior, like doing behavioral change like his senior. No, those are not to follow seniors like that. To follow a senior means you have to emulate his ability to address the court, persuade the court to get an order, his ability to study and deliver in the court. Express yourself in such a manner, like Mr. Goel has said, express yourself in such a way the court understands you. Make the court understand. The result may be different. Expression is one of the main factors, how to express yourself. Project the fact and law in a particular case in such a manner the court understands. There must be clarity in your expression. Clarity of expression will come from clarity of thought. Clarity of thought will come if you have knowledge, clarity on knowledge on law or knowledge on a particular subject. These are the basic things I wanted to tell you because you are really fortunate to be here in this generation where the laptop, iPad, these mobile phones do like a computer and help you to search the law, to trace out the subject, find out anything anywhere else. Justice Chandrachud, our Chief Justice of India, recently said the lawyers should be allowed to go with laptops or mobile phones in the court, which was not previously allowed, not for looking at Facebook or to chatting, just to find out the law, follow the subject. Any matter which has been discussed in a court, you can follow the recent judgment on the subject. Now you have got live law is there and different applications are there to find out the judgments, recent judgments. Update yourself so that you can know the legal subject which is changing day by day. A lot of change happens, in fact, on a particular subject itself. Recent developments have come, and you have all acquired those specific knowledge on the subject. Besides your legal practice, do some social service. Serve the society in some way or other if you find some time. To serve the society, you have to mix with the people who are actually suffering. You can also associate yourself with some organization which does the social service, even if you are a student. You can personally go and meet people who are old and suffering and express and extend your helping hand. Social service is one of the best things that you can do that will shape you in a good shape to be a good lawyer. You must be a good human being. Somebody went to a wise person said, "Sir, what path I have to take? I have now graduated myself. What shall I do now?" And the saint said, there is a shortage of humanity. With a person with humanity, human qualities are very less. So you join there, be a good human being. You have a lot of works to get, and you definitely enjoy yourself. So be a human, having the humanity qualities. Express your extended hand to help people. And in the profession, you must be honest and truthful, both to your client and to the court. You have to win the client in court but if you tell the truth and express yourself that you can do, help the client, and if you do tell the truth in the court will have confidence in you, win the heart of the court also. That is why many judges believe lawyers who are addressing a question of law that he must be telling the truth. He must be addressing the correct law. That idea must be inculcated in the mind of the judge by the lawyer himself in his usual practice. I'll tell you a story about Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation. When he was practicing in Durban is South Africa, he was believed to be a person who never takes a case which doesn't have merit. And he never tells a lie. He was arguing a case. During the process of argument, he was relying on a particular document. The other side stood up and challenged, this is a manufactured document Mr. Gandhi is relying upon. This document doesn't exist, it has been created for the purpose of the case. Then Gandhi said, no, this is a valid document, my client has given this has got a seal of authenticity, therefore this document is valid. His client was sitting. So he called the client. Is this document valid? The client said, no sir, don't tell others. He whispering, this is a manufactured document. He stood up in the court and said, sir, I recuse myself from the case. I don't want to argue. The reason I will not explain, but I don't feel like arguing the case any further. And he retired from the case. He didn't take up the case. Because he knows that he cannot fight for a false and forged document which doesn't exist. You must be dedicated to your profession when you join the law, like Justice Sardar Patel. Sardar Patel was arguing a case in a Sessions matter. And that was the last day he was to argue because court said no further time will be granted. His clerk came and gave a slip to him. He looked at the slip, paused for a moment, then again started arguing. End of the day, the court asked, Mr. Patel, you are arguing, a slip came to your hand. You looked to be a little bit down, but again started arguing. What was the slip? What you read? Mr. Patel said, sir, it speaks about that my wife has expired recently. His wife died. So why didn't you leave the court? No, sir, the dead body can wait. But the case I have to finish today. I have to go now for the cremation of my wife. And he continued after knowing that his wife is dead. That was the dedication, determination, and the, honesty for the work for the client. Now, those are the few examples I'm giving. There are thousands and thousands of examples. Read those books, you'll find out a lot of examples are there. It's all written in a book. Therefore, I said read the biographies, accumulate knowledge. I'll not take a lot of time here. Before I part, I can say, respect every individual, whether he is junior or senior to you. Respect the seniors, your teachers, parents, elders, colleagues in the profession outside, and respect the peon, the sweeper, and the person who do all service for this general people. The reason being, you can't do their work. You can't sweep the road the sweepers are doing. So salute them. If you respect them, you definitely get respect. Respect the profession, love the profession will respect you and love you, and you will succeed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your humble words. Now I would call the chief guest of the big day, Honorable Justice Indra Prasanna Mukherjee. His lordships was born on 6 September 1963 into a family of lawyers, both father and paternal grandfather being barristers and senior advocates of Calcutta High Court, and maternal grandfather being a senior lawyer of the Kanpur District Court. His lordships was educated throughout in St. Xavier's School and College, Calcutta, obtained LLB degree of the University of Calcutta and LLB degree of the University of London through external examinations. His lordships was enrolled as an advocate on 2nd July 1990 and practiced in Calcutta High Court. His lordships was temporarily guest professor at NUJS Kolkata in 2005. His lordships was a member of ILR Committee of High Court and a member of General Committee of the Bar Library Club. His lordships was elevated to the bench of Calcutta High Court as a permanent judge on 18th May 2009 in the oldest High Court of India. At present, His Lordships is one of the senior most judges and members of the Administrative Committee of the High Court of Calcutta. Apart from Administrative Committee, His Lordships is the chairperson of various committees in the High Court at Calcutta. Sir, please enlighten us.
Respected Director, Dr. Panda, ex-Advocate General of this state, Mr. Surya Prasad Mishra, Mr. P.K. Sarkar, Chairman, School of Law, Mr. Ashish Goyal, and who else? Have I addressed all? Yes, and Mr. Ashok Srivastav. First of all, let me say that I was much moved, humbled and honored to receive the invitation of Dr. Panda to come here and preside over this function as chief guest. This invitation was very closely followed by Ms. Naik and Ms. Khastagir in making me aware of all the things I had to do here. In fact, I can tell you this much, that having seen the final of the moot court and having heard the speakers and observed the students, that you are indeed at a very mature level. You have a very good understanding of the law, very good appreciation of the law, which very unfortunately we didn't have. I can say this, that in this university and in some other universities, premier universities of our country, the law is being taught the way it should be. And as a result of it, the students are so grasping the subject and so attaining knowledge that now and even in the future, when they pursue law as a career, that career will be the foremost among all the avocations, professions, vocations, followed by their contemporaries. So please keep it up, and I'm very happy and proud of you. And I'm also very happy and proud to be here and receive the blessings of the Lord and to be amongst all of you, and to say this, that try to be if you want to be successful, I will not take too much of time because it has been a long day. If you want to be successful, try to follow your director. Try to be as simple and humble as he is. Because people who achieve something in life are simple and humble. You try to understand what Mr. Mishra said. He is the ex-Advocate General of Odisha. He knows the law in and out. Look at his simplicity. He stood up and said that I read the case. I could not understand the head or tail of it. Now, my message to you is that when you appear before a court, you have to make your case very simple. Now, when the other side has spoken and you rise and you tell the judge that I have tried to understand to the best of my ability, but I have not been able to understand the head or tail of what Mr. So-and-so has said. Immediately the judge will rise, will pull up from his chair and try to hear the case very properly, and there's every likelihood that you will win. All right, so I end on a happy note and with wit, as Mr. Mishra said, everybody should have. And thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. God bless all of you.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring words. Now I would call upon the student conveners of the Moot Court Society, KIIT School of Law, Ms. Mandavi Banerjee and Ms. Ahona Mukherjee to deliver the event report for the 9th KIIT National Moot Court Competition.
Good evening, everyone. I am Ahona Mukherjee.
I'm Mandavi Banerjee.
And we are the student conveners of the Moot Court Society of KIIT School of Law. It is our honor to be presenting the event report for the 9th KIIT National Moot Court Competition 2023. So for this year's National Moot Court Competition, we had 35 colleges participating from all over India. The inaugural ceremony was graced by Honorable Justice Dr. D.P. Chaudhary as the chief guest. He urged the students to inculcate the 3 P's in the profession of law, that is practice, perseverance, and patience, to be exceptional in their own fields. This year's Moot's proposition primarily revolved around the share pledge agreement and the valuation of a company shares. Almost 50 judges with eminent backgrounds, including advocates in the High Court and Supreme Court, as well as partners and associates in renowned firms, graced the event as judges. Following the 2 excruciating preliminary rounds, the quarter-final rounds took place on the second day of the competition, with the top 8 teams of the competition. The semi-final rounds took place with a high level of competition persisting among all the teams. For the final rounds, we had an esteemed panel, and the finals lasted for over 2 hours and helped highlighting many permanent issues on corporate law.
As we come to the end of the competition, we have experienced brilliance in each of the courtrooms, and we are delighted to see the enthusiasm which each of the participants showed in the rounds. I would also like to thank Director Professor Dr. Bhavani Prasad Panda for giving us the opportunity to conduct the 9th KIIT National Moot Court Competition 2023. I would also like to thank the teams in the background which have live blogged and live streamed the entire event over the span of 3 days. This event would not have been possible without the student members of the KIIT School of Law Moot Court Society, who worked in various different departments, and each of the departments worked together as well as with one another to make this event a grand success. Along with the student members of the society, we had over 200 volunteers helping out the society outside the courtrooms as well as within the courtrooms. We would also like to thank the faculty board of the KIIT School of Law Moot Court Society who have helped us in each step of the way. Lastly, as the competition comes to an end, we, as the conveners, hope that all the teams who have prepared, presented, and participated in this competition leave this competition with memories for a lifetime. And we hope to conduct many more such editions of the KIIT National Moot Court Competition in the upcoming years. Moving forward, we would now like to announce the results of the 9th KIIT National Moot Court Competition 2023. We would like to wait 5 minutes for Director Sir.
Starting with the best memorial, it goes to TC 940, University Law College, Utkal University. We request Director Sir to please give off the awards.
The best speaker goes to TC 910. Speaker number 2, Ranita Jana from Xavier's Law School, XIM University, Bhubaneswar.
Moving on to the second runners-up of the 9th KIIT National Moot Court Competition, TC 905, Xavier Law School, St. Xavier's University, Kolkata.
The first runners-up of the 9th KIIT National Moot Court Competition goes to TC 907, Institute of Law, Nirma University, Gujarat.
Now the moment that we all have been waiting for. The winners of the 9th KIIT National Moot Court Competition are TC 910. We wish all the teams, congratulations to all the teams.
Everyone have a great evening. Thank you.